All right, so the first knot that you will need to learn if you want to do end knots is the Solomon bar. This is used in almost all of the other knots that we do. It is one of the main knots that you need to learn. You can do it two different ways. So you can do it the same color, which is what I'm going to do first, and then you can do it with multicolor, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But you can see here I've got the end of my belt, got my strands just hanging down. This is the last one that I wove through. I've been told that I weave backwards from most people, so it might be going the opposite direction for you, but we'll see. So I take one, my red one, and I take another red one over here. And how you do the Solomon bar. You take this and you lay it over the top so it looks like a 4. You then take your other weaving strand and it goes over, okay? And then under and through. And then you tighten it all up. Now on your first one, you have to go back through and make sure that all of this is nice and tight. If you don't, your belt will look bad. I just go through and just give a little tug on each strand. And then come through and make sure this is tight. Pull it back through again. This first one's always the most difficult one. So now if you can see right here, that's where the edge is. That's the side that you want to start your next 4 on. So again, I'm gonna go over the top, make a 4. This one goes over the 4, under, and through. Pull it all the way through. Tighten it up. You can see I got this one loose over here, which we'll find it. I think it probably went through. Yeah, it did. It's this one. Oh well, that's okay. Normally, you would want to go through and make sure that that's a little tighter, but for the purpose of this, it's all right. And then so the bump is on this side, so you just keep going. And you can do this with paracord or macrame. I'm working with macrame now because that's just the belt that I had almost finished. It will look cleaner and tighter with paracord. Paracord always looks cleaner and tighter. I actually prefer much working with paracord. Only time I really do macrame is if I don't have the money for paracord or a customer specifically asks for macrame. But what you do, you can see I'm just going to keep on going. Now, you can keep going on this and make it go as long as you want. Now, I'm going to switch and try and do it with 2 colors now. Pull a yellow one out here. This is pretty much the same thing, okay? You could start it up here if you wanted to, but just for the sake of time, I'm just going to do it here. So, it's the same thing as what you were doing. Just throw an extra color in. Again, this is called the Solomon bar. Almost all of my knots have at least a few of these in them to start and to finish them. So you need to make sure that you get this one down. If you don't get this one down, it's going to be much, much more difficult for you down the road. Let me get a few more of these. Okay. So if you're doing it with 2 colors, you can see it's red and yellow there. Well, when you flip it over, it's yellow and red. So it's the opposite if you do it that way. It's the same knot, just with different colors there. When you're done, when you think that you have your end knot as long as you want it, make sure you go back, push it up, make sure that it is where you want it to go on there. And here's an example of what one of those looks like on a finished belt. So that can just give you a little bit of an idea there of, let me move these out of the way, what it looks like on a finished product.